Welcome to the Oasis. My name's Mike, and today we're going to be checking out some awesome VR setups submitted by you, the VR community, to be featured on the channel. The response to this new series, VR Setups, has been overwhelming. I had so many amazing submissions, so thank you all so much for getting involved, and I really appreciate the support. I've picked a good mix of submissions to highlight in this episode from a range of different people located all around the world. So I hope you enjoy them and maybe it inspires you for your own VR setup. I've certainly been inspired by some of the creativity that I've seen in these submissions. It really has been amazing. If you want to be featured on the next episode of VR Setups, just email me your video clips and high-resolution images to contact@virtualrealityoasis.com. The more detail you can give me, the better. Now it's time for me to check out some of these amazing VR setups. So without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, so let's kick things off with this unique VR setup from Mark. Now, Mark uses this space for playing VR games with the Oculus Quest and also creating video content on YouTube. It's a really smart looking play space with some nice little touches like the Mag Nike shoes and also this recording sign above the door to the studio just to let everyone know in the house that you're recording and to keep quiet. I definitely need one of these for my studio. He's got this super clean looking wooden desk from IKEA with an Acer 4K monitor on top and a Lumetric subscriber counter above it. I got asked a lot about this subscriber counter in my video, and it's a great addition to your setup if you're a content creator and you want to keep track of your progress. In the center of the play space is a small rug, and this is ideal for keeping in frame on camera whilst recording VR videos, and is also great for keeping a safe play space, knowing that when you're on the rug, you can punch out in any direction without damaging anything around you. Mark uses his Oculus Quest with some nice accessories, such as the VR Power from Rebuff Reality, which I also recently got myself and I'm currently testing right now. This actually adds 8 hours of additional battery life to the Quest and also acts as a counterweight to balance out the weight distribution of the headset. He's also got some earbuds, a head strap, facial interface and controller grips from Kiwi Designs. And of course I can't forget the custom Spider-Man eyes vinyl covering the front faceplate of the Quest. The really unique thing about this setup is that not only does Mark use the Oculus Quest standalone to play his favorite games such as the Room VR, but he also uses the Quest to play PC VR content like Half-Life Alyx using a Shadow PC. Now, a Shadow PC is a cloud computer which is stored in a data center in Paris, and then Mark uses a fast internet connection and virtual desktop to be able to stream PC VR games remotely from this cloud computer to his Oculus Quest, which then means he can play games like Half-Life Alyx without the need of having a VR-capable PC in his studio. This is a much cheaper solution than buying a VR-ready machine outright, and instead you just pay a monthly subscription fee. The Shadow PC specs are an Intel Xeon W3235 6-core processor, 32GB of RAM, and an RTX Titan graphics card. Pretty crazy, right? I'm actually in the process of testing Shadow out myself with the Oculus Quest, which I'll cover in more detail on the channel in the future, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Mark is truly living the Ready Player One dream with this setup, so nice work and thank you for the submission. Next up, we have this submission from Jay, and just check out this epic motorized desk they designed and built himself. It looks like something straight out of the future. Fun fact, Jay is actually the guy who also designed and built my custom desk here in the office. And as you can see, we both love the white desk theme. Jay came up with this idea for this custom crazy VR setup as he had limited space but wanted to keep his dual monitor setup for when he's not in VR. So what he did was he motorized the second monitor to slide up and down and hide away into the desk when not in use just by touching a button. Absolutely mind blown. I love this design. The desk also features blue accent lighting and even a hidden button which can only be controlled by using a magnet. I just wonder what this button is for. Jay, please let us know in the comments. Jay's VR setup features an original HTC Vive which is tucked away in its own little motorized drawer, and he's even mounted the breakout box for the Vive into the desk. So all he needs to do is plug in the headset into the breakout box and he can enjoy his favorite VR apps and games, which are Gravity Sketch and Arizona Sunshine. The headset drawer even has its own little screen on it. It's so cool. The PC tucked away inside this desk features an i5 7500 processor on an MSI B250i motherboard with 8GB of RAM and a GTX 1060 graphics card. I love the super compact and futuristic look of this VR setup, and I love that everything can be tucked away nicely out of sight when not in use. Great job on this one, Jay. Thank you very much for the submission. Next, we have this setup from Hunter, who's 14 years old and has this awesome VR setup. He's got this desk area underneath a bunk bed in his bedroom with a small play space behind it for playing VR games on the Oculus Quest. He's running a triple monitor setup, which looks great in my opinion, tucked away in this little nook, and I'm loving the Aperture Science portal gun. It's a really nice touch with the blue lighting on the desk there. Despite being only 14, Hunter's a VR veteran of 2 years who fell in love with VR after trying it at a friend's house and saving up for the Oculus Rift CV1. He's now using the Oculus Quest with an Anker Powerline cable with a 16-foot extension cable as a link cable to play PC VR content on the Quest. Hunter's PC is rocking a Ryzen 5 3600 processor on an MSI motherboard with 16GB of RAM and a GTX 1080. His favourite VR game is Blade and Sorcery, as he loves games with realistic physics and dreams of one day owning a Valve Index so he can experience full body tracking. I think you're going to be the envy of all the 14-year-olds in the world with this epic VR setup, so nice work, Hunter, and thank you for your submission. Next up is this submission from Ed. Now Ed, along with his wife and 2 kids, are huge gamers, and they have an epic traditional gaming setup with 2 TVs so they can play games together in the living room. But along with this, they also have a dedicated VR gaming space, as Ed has been a fan of VR since originally trying the PlayStation VR back at an event in 2015. In the center of their play space, they've got a small rug, so they know that they're in the center of the play space at all times, just by the texture underneath their feet, which is really smart and something I do here in the office as well. The only thing that I would suggest here is shortening the width of the mat a little bit, so you've got some room to maneuver on either side. But Ed is running an original Oculus Rift CV1 with 3 sensors, which he uses to play Beat Saber Party Mode as a family, and also their favorite VR game right now is Davago, which is a VR game where one player is in VR who takes the role of a giant, where the other player is a tiny little person trying to attack the giant and is being controlled on the PC. I need to check this game out. It looks like a lot of fun, so thank you for the suggestion. And the computer at the heart of this setup is running an i7 8700K, 16GB of RAM, and a GTX 1080. Ed's favorite accessory recommendation for extending the Oculus Rift cable is this neat cable available on Amazon, which is designed to be mounted in cars, believe it or not, but also works great as a small breakout cable for the Oculus Rift CV1. So if you're looking for an extension, there's a good recommendation for you. I think it's awesome that Ed's able to share VR with his entire family and get them all involved, and that's really nice to see. So thank you again for the submission, Ed. Next up is Marcus with his unique VR man cave, which he had built outside in his garden so he doesn't disturb anyone in the house when he's going full tilt in Pistol Whip, which is his favorite VR game. Inside the man cave is a 5m by 4m play space, which is plenty of space for him to play and record VR content for YouTube. Marcus has been a fan of VR ever since the launch of the original Oculus Rift CV1 and is now using both the Oculus Quest and Valve Index. Marcus particularly enjoys recording VR mixed reality content, which he does using a Logitech Brio in combination with a green screen. To take the mixed reality recordings to another level, Marcus is using 3 Vive trackers for his feet and waist to make some really interesting mixed reality content using Live. Mixed reality can be quite taxing on a PC, but he's got a beefy machine to handle it, running an Intel i9 processor with 32GB of RAM and an RTX 2080 Ti. Marcus is also rocking some VR gun stocks such as the ProTube and the VRS Mark II, which can be great for adding that extra layer of immersion to your favorite VR shooters. I'm also loving the classic Aliens and Predator posters. I loved these movies growing up, and they just don't make them like they used to anymore. Marcus told me he's been a subscriber of the channel since I had 500 subscribers, so thank you for being a long-time supporter of the channel, and thank you again for your submission. I really appreciate it. The next VR setup comes from Justin. He's got this neat looking VR gaming and recording space, and Justin, just like others mentioned in this video, first got a taste for VR at a friend's house and hasn't looked back since. The blue and black checkered squares on the wall are for soundproofing to prevent echoes when recording audio. Justin is using both the Oculus Quest and Valve Index for his VR gaming, and as you can see here in the picture, he's got his Valve Index cable managed by a Kiwi Design overhead pulley system. Now, I've seen a lot of people do this to keep the cable out of the way, which is a really smart move, but this isn't something I've actually tried out myself. If you've tried it, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I also spot that he's got a Secret Labs gaming chair, and I have to say I was skeptical about gaming chairs in the past, but I also picked up a Secret Labs chair and I really love it. So if you're looking for a gaming chair that offers good support and is comfortable to sit on for hours and hours on end, I would highly recommend them. At the heart of this setup, Justin has this awesome 49-inch curved Samsung monitor and this RGB beast of a machine running an Intel i9 9900K with a whopping 64GB of RAM and an RTX 2080 Ti. I really love those curved monitors and I think they look amazing in a setup. What I also really like about this play space is the green screen area, as it's on a curtain rail which you can move around, and it also covers the 2 side walls a bit, which is great, especially for recording mixed reality content. After seeing this, I'm actually considering extending my own green screen a little bit more, so thank you for the submission, Justin, and also the inspiration. Okay, so that's all the VR setups for this episode. Thanks again for all the amazing submissions. I was really blown away by the response, and I'm looking forward to continuing this series in the future, as so many of you are super creative with your play spaces, and I think it's really interesting to see what VR kit people are using, as it gives us some ideas to level up our own VR setups. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to be featured on the next episode, just email me the details to contact@virtualrealityoasis.com. And if you enjoy this format, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your feedback, as this is a new concept for the channel, and I want to continue this going forward. I'm also planning on setting up a dedicated email address and submission form on my website in the future to make the process of submitting your VR setups much easier. So that is it for now. Leave a like if you like the video, make sure you're subscribed for all my future content and to see more epic VR setups in the future, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.